Oh man, you're gonna let this fool do this stupid Sanjay? Really? You know I don't do nothing wrong.
Like everywhere in the world, police departments are filled with good and bad cops alike. However, today, we will be going through some cases where corrupt cops were humbled by the good ones. On October 7th, 2023, Officer DeBoard from the Denham Springs Police Department saw someone swerving across his lane and pulled him over. However, the officer had no evidence of this offense, so the driver got out with a phone trying to record the talk.
Hey, sir, you do me a favor, step to the front of my uniform?
Tell me what you pulled me over for? What do you want?
11 and 22.
What do you want?
And it's showing to be insurance.
Do me a favor, stand in front of my unit, please.
I can stand where I want. You can tell me what you pulled me over for.
Okay, so for my safety, I want you to stay in front of my unit.
And for auditor safety, I would like for you to tell me why you stopped me.
So
Who are you?
I will in just a
Who are
second. Hey, man, stand in front of my unit.
I could stand where I want, dude.
Not
What
on
is
my
your
traffic
problem?
stop.
Not on my traffic stop. What do you want? What did you pull me over
Do me a
for?
favor, you can put the cell phone
No,
down.
I can hold my cell phone.
When it interferes with a...
It's not interfering. Recording.
It is.
Turner
It
versus
is.
driver says it is not interfering. Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi, as Turner versus driver, have every right to film y'all. What did you pull me over for?
So the reason why I stopped, I noticed you were veering back and forth.
Oh,
in between.
don't give me that. It's all on dash cam.
So
It later turned out that the person driving the car was an auditor with a YouTube channel named Truth Be Told Audits. The auditor soon expressed an excellent knowledge of the law, and it was clear that the officer could not intimidate him so easily.
do you want
Don't
me to
give me
vent-
that. It's all
Do you
on
want
dash
me to
cam.
tell you, or are you going to let me explain, or are you going to keep bumping your gun?
I'm going to keep bumping my guns because I have every right
Got
to
your
talk.
ID on you?
What do I need to get my ID for? What law did I break? What
Improper-
law did I break?
Improper lane use.
Improper lanes, I was in my lane. I got dash cam to prove it. I never broke line either side.
You don't have to break line.
What do you mean I had to break line? I didn't do
Statute
anything.
says veering back and forth is improper
Veering
lane
back.
use.
I was not veering back and forth.
This ain't the courtroom. May I see your driver's license, please?
This is not the courtroom.
Nope.
This
May I
is not
see
the
your
courtroom.
driver's license,
So you're pulling me over saying that what? I'm
May I see
drunk.
your driver's license?
You're saying
please,
that I'm
sir?
drunk?
I'm not. Are you
Okay.
having a medical episode? Are you distracted? Are you tired? Have you been driving for a long time?
I don't answer questions. How about that?
Take a look at your driver's license, please.
Okay. Who are you, Denham Springs? Who are you, Denham Springs? What's your name and badge number?
I told you my name is Officer DeBoard, Denham Springs Police Department.
Okay. And you're going to be one of the slow ones that just messed up. Now, what else do you want?
Officer DeBoard claimed that he was swerving in his lane. Surprisingly, this is not a crime, as it is often advised to help people avoid potholes and bumps. The officer, however, kept on with his aggressive demeanor as the auditor refused to give in.
Harassment. Y'all are harassing me because of who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Well, I'm telling you, I am your worst nightmare at this point. What?
I'm going to tell you something.
I don't care what you got to say.
If you say that again, I'm going to take that as a
It's
threat.
called freedom of speech.
I
Learn.
will
See,
take
you better
that-
learn the law.
I will
Learn the law.
take that
Learn
as
the
a
law.
threat and act
What?
accordingly.
How is it threat?
I'm telling you. 2629
Look at this.
Louisiana,
What's your name,
128.
Oh man, you're gonna let this fool fucking do this stupid shit to Sanjay? Really? You know I don't do nothing wrong. I don't break laws.
You know, I was just going to let you off with a warning, but now I'm
And
going to
it's
write you a ticket.
For what?
Improper lane usage.
I didn't change lanes.
The officer's ego was too big. He claimed that he had changed his mind and would write him a ticket for the offense he was only about to give a warning for earlier. A police officer must have thicker skin than this, and if this wasn't enough, the tyrant went on to unlawfully search him.
Veering back and forth.
I did not break line.
You're going to get
Write me a ticket. Write me the ticket. Go ahead. Go write me the ticket. Go on.
Stand right there. Actually got any weapons on you? Turn around, face
I don't
my
answer
unit.
questions. And this is going to be an illegal search.
Turn around, face my unit.
Really?
Place your hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers.
I am recording you. Oh, okay. You see this, people? You see this, people? You see this, people?
Now, spread your feet. Now it's an officer safety thing. You need to learn the law. So right
I
now,
do
I'm
know
going
the
to be
law.
quiet.
I don't
Shut your mouth.
Oh, you're messing up.
Oh, I'm going to show you. So I can conduct a lawful pat frisk for weapons
Yes,
for
it's called-
officer safety.
It's called Terry versus
And
Ohio.
I gave you 3 lawful commands and you sat there. You got 1 time. Yep, and you just messed up.
Now, here's this, people.
A knife, interesting weapon.
I don't have to answer your questions.
I'm not asking you no questions.
You asked me about
You got the right to remain silent. Use it. Be quiet.
I don't have to register your child.
Then use it.
This traffic stop could have been avoided, and the officer certainly messed with the wrong man. He soon realized he also had a dash cam on. He got back in his police cruiser to write him a ticket. However, throughout the encounter, he had severe problems with his recording.
You threatening me again?
You're gonna get a written.
Hey, I've been written up. You don't even know.
You're gonna get written up. You're gonna get a complaint form.
Good.
It's gonna go on your jacket.
Come on with it.
It's gonna get. I guarantee it's gonna.
Yep. Put the phone down, man. You don't have to.
Oh, I don't have to.
No, you don't. Statute doesn't state that.
What does the statute state?
Put the phone down.
As the officer decides to write a ticket, the other officer, who has been relatively silent until now, decides to go toward him and teach him a lesson in law. His attitude is much better, as he does not support his feelings.
Well, then write me my ticket for, I guess, driving straight. Don't retaliate.
So is this one on?
Yeah. Yes, you're allowed to give me out to you. Yeah. I know law better than you do.
It's up to you if you want to write a ticket.
Have y'all dealt with him before?
I dealt a couple times, seen him. But I don't really, you don't really cause him any problems. Him and Payne get into it a lot. They really don't like Walker PD that much.
Well,
Retaliation people right here.
It's up to you if you want to write a ticket.
well, so I dealt with the cell phone thing when it interferes with investigation.
It's just in general, he's still allowed to record. Can't tell it all. Put it down.
Well, but within a certain distance of a law enforcement officer
They haven't
conducting.
approved that yet. They're trying to get that approved. I don't think it's in
It must-
Louisiana. It's in a different couple states. I think Florida approved it first. But
Yeah,
I
approved here when I dealt with it.
Well, after I double check, I don't know. To be honest with you.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Officer DeBoard returned to his car and tried to look up the law. Meanwhile, the other officer approached him again and tried to calm him down, as the auditor was messing with his brain now.
But Sergeant Payne put you in position with. Sergeant Payne makes you position.
Just not 415,
Don't
10-4.
forget it's all on gas cam. All on gas cam. You got to look stupid. You're about to look stupid.
Be quiet.
I'm allowed.
Hey, don't.
If you step any closer to me,
What's your inspection?
stand right over there. If you step one more foot closer to my unit, I'm gonna take it as a threat and I'm gonna act accordingly.
I haven't even moved.
97,
I want it back, son.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I want it back.
I'm still waiting for a response back.
The good cop also tried to warn him about the dash cam inside the auditor's car. Evidently, even this officer knew DeBoard was unnecessarily escalating the situation.
This is really slow. Dispatch 415, we got it back. It's negative.
Well, I don't even know what you're driving. Remember, I'll just say, hey, yo. Honest to God, no. Hey, God, strike me down right now. I don't know what you're driving. I'm just a backup officer, go ahead.
I wasn't gonna write him a ticket. Be unlawful for a person who's either principal or accessory crime detained. Let's see.
Also, people knew for sure that he was there. Not trying to double question.
So,
stop.
I noticed
Because this is how that
I
Walker cop
noticed.
got in trouble. Because they do have dash cameras.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
So I noticed he veered to the center lane of travel right before he crossed over the intersection. But after that, he didn't veer.
No matter what the officer said,
Said now, it was evident that he had escalated a simple matter. This situation should have been resolved with a simple warning, but the officer couldn't handle the
when all that's going on, when it interferes with a law enforcement investigation, take the phone, turn it off.
Give you a heads up.
Yeah, I know.
We'll fight this going to court.
I know.
So,
Not like I ain't been written up or tried to been sued before. It's been doing this 12 years, man. Not the first time that it's happened. Whenever buying a more clear lane track, in addition
But-
to
all damn tweak on is dial it back, don't feed it to that's what he wants. That's what the view's gonna get, that's what the camera wants.
I just don't want him to keep walking towards my unit, because for me that's an officer safety thing, and I can articulate that all day in court, and he won't beat that.
The officer flexed that he has been doing this for 12 years. I really wonder how many people had to suffer because of this tyrant cop.
Well, if I don't write him a ticket, then if I don't write him a ticket,
No, it's up to you. You want to do ticket. You got officer suppression all day, every day. But he is gonna talk more shit. It's either way it's gonna go. You just have to not let it get to you, or
my main concern is officer safety right
hey,
now.
I feel you on that. But
Well, I didn't have to tell him 3 times.
it's up to you if you want to write them. But it is what it is.
How am I going to deal with any backlash if I don't?
That nah, officer discretion is the day.
So here's the thing. So I don't have a dash cam, and now is it going to show him veering? Probably not. The way his dash cam is positioned, because I see it right here, it's not going to show him veering. It's not going to show.
Yeah. It's up to you if you want to write them. If not, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we got also discretion. You want to decide it ain't worth the headache. Or if you want to just hit them with the ticket, you seen them veering, your word against us, we're going to go to court. Either way, this is going all over YouTube, so.
A few moments later, Officer DeBoer decided not to give him a ticket as it appeared he had listened to the words
Of the other officer who was forcing him not to do it. Deep down, he knew this would backfire because the auditor had proof.
Don't get your knife till you pull off. I'm going to cut you a break tonight. Okay?
Give me a break too.
Cut you a break. Can I give your driver's license back?
Yeah, my license.
Hold on. Mister, how you pronounce your last name?
I don't answer questions.
How you pronounce your last
I don't
name?
answer questions.
Tulos?
It's Greek. I'll give you that much.
Well, I just want to be respectful. Tulos?
Respectful, you pulled me over for no reason just now.
I don't pull people over for no reason. So, next time we have this conversation, there'll be some paper.
Next time we have this conversation,
You're free to go.
so the traffic stop over. Am I free to go, officer?
You're free to go.
I'm free to go.
The officer had to leave the scene with his tail between his legs, as the auditor and his fellow officer had owned him. We hope that he learned his lesson that day. Well, this officer might have learned a lesson, but this next cop was shut down by his sergeant.
Not a problem.
He can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape, not a problem.
In October 2015, a First Amendment auditor, Jason Unruh, was filming outside a police station when a concerned officer approached him and started to intimidate him into stopping filming.
If you want my name, I'll give you everything. Who are you?
I don't need to provide that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
If I'm asking you who you are and why you're videotaping our facility, you have to provide me with some kind of identification. So do you have any identification?
To require identification under the law, you need to be able to articulate a crime that I'm about to commit or I have committed.
Okay. You're going around, you're videotaping our state police facility for no apparent reason, and if I'm asking you who you are, you have to provide me with identification.
I don't have to,
it's
no.
just like anything else.
No, it's not.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
In fact, your public information officer already has dealt with this here, and so has a few other officers, so...
I don't care who's dealt with it. I'm asking you for identification because I want to know who you are right now.
The officer clearly lacked understanding of the law, as he was unaware of the First Amendment right and the right to film in public. He even claimed to ignore Supreme Court rulings, further aggravating the auditor.
And I want to know what your reasoning is for videotaping our facility.
Well, first of all, Supreme Court has covered that filming out in public is perfectly legal.
I don't care what the
And that is
Supreme
not a
Court-
suspicion of crime.
I
So
don't
therefore
care.
you have no suspicion of crime.
Listen, you can cite whatever you want.
Right.
Why are you videotaping? That's what I'm asking right now.
I don't have to answer that.
Well, I want to see a form of identification, identifying who you are, why you're outside my facility right now videotaping us.
I don't have to provide that either.
Why not? Why do you feel that you do not have to perform any form of
Because that's the law.
No, it's not. If
Yes,
you're
it
out
is.
here and I want to know why you're videotaping our facility and you have to provide me some form of identification, you just can't come and walk away anytime you want and just come up with your things and fly them over our lot. I want to know who you are and why you're videotaping this right
You
now.
probably want to get a supervisor or somebody higher up.
Sure, here's my sergeant. He's coming out right now.
And he'll tell you.
Okay, no problem.
The tyrant cop waited for his supervisor to arrive before addressing the situation. However, he had no clue that he was about to get one of the worst humiliations of his life.
Hey, Len. He was flying the drone out in front, videotaping. All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go through first sergeant, not a problem. Not a problem.
You can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape, not a problem.
All right.
So you were wrong?
Huh?
You were wrong?
According to my sergeant, yes, I was.
So you learned something today. That's good.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'll put you off. Have a good day.
The officer was embarrassed and didn't wait a second longer as he quickly exited the scene. Soon, the auditor talked to the sergeant, who was still courteous and even offered his apology.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of this. I said sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say misinformation, but it's an area that we're not used to dealing with. All right?
Well, that's apparent. I've dealt with your troopers already on
Yeah,
this.
I'm sure you have it. Not a problem. That's why he came out here. I saw that he was talking to you, so.
You probably should educate them a little bit more on it. It's going to be a more,
It's kind of an area that's new to everybody, and until they have legislation on it,
which there is none.
right. So sorry for the inconvenience, okay?
This shows that plenty of good officers are still on the force, and we hope every cop learns from this sergeant. However, this isn't the last time a police officer was put in his place by his supervisor.
You don't want to identify yourself?
Well, I don't need to. He said he doesn't suspect me of a crime or anything, and I'm
Okay,
just...
I'm just asking.
No, but no, sir, I
I'm
don't.
just asking. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
On May 17th, 2020, First Amendment auditor and podcaster John Mitchell, who has a YouTube channel called Rowdy Podcast, was filming outside the St. Louis Park Police Department when Officer Todd Hintz stopped him and went over to confront him.
Oh,
What's going on?
not much, just walking around.
Videotaping the police department's not a good idea.
Why? You guys are friendly people.
We are, but why are we doing this?
Why wouldn't we?
Because it's a security issue for us.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think so.
It is.
It's public property.
It is public property, but when you start recording our perimeter and our gates and what our activities are, it's a concern to us.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason.
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license? I can see.
I don't.
What is your name?
I'm not going to give that to you.
You're not going to give it to me.
No. Why would I give it to you? I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you're recording our property, you're recording our building.
The officer had no clue that the auditor was legally allowed to film in public. He continued to be difficult and even detained him illegally.
Am I being detained?
You are.
Okay.
Until I can get you identified.
And what's your reasonable,
Because I want to make sure that you're
articulable
not doing
suspicion?
something that's a problem for our law enforcement community.
So in order to detain somebody, you have to have a law that you're investigating, correct? So which law are you? What law do you suspect me of breaking?
Are you looking to create a problem here for us? Or
No,
what are
not
you
at
trying
all.
to
I'm
do?
being polite and cordial.
I'm being polite and cordial too. So I'm
Well,
asking
you're
for
being
your
a little
name and date of
difficult.
birth so we can identify you.
I don't need to.
And be on our way.
Why would I need to identify myself?
Because I'm asking you to identify yourself.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Todd Hines. My badge number is 200.
Okay. Your name and badge
We're
number?
recording you just like you're recording
Good.
us.
Okay, good.
So
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd like to be on my way to go. I mean, you have to have
So are you
reasonable...
refusing to identify yourself?
Well, there's no need to.
Mitchell had not broken any laws, and suspicion alone was not enough to detain anybody. It seemed the officer had never attended a law class, as he showed no regard for the citizens' rights. Soon, he called for his supervisor and kept demanding an ID from the auditor.
I just told you.
No, but I asked you...
You're recording our property.
I have
you're
to identify
recording what we're
myself.
doing,
Correct, and I have to
asked you
identify myself
yourself.
if you have
And you're
a
refusing.
reasonable,
I do.
articulable suspicion. And what is that?
You're looking to create problems, is what you're doing.
Is that what I'm doing? By just
that's
filming
my
and
opinion.
exercising my First Amendment right?
That is my opinion, yes.
Okay, well, the good thing is the law doesn't go off your opinion.
But it does when you're obstructing our requests.
You can't, you can request, right? But it's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order at this point.
If
And as soon as my sergeant gets up
Sure.
here, he's going to tell you the same thing.
Okay.
Okay? But you're not free to leave. You're correct.
I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not gonna, I'm not like that.
All right. Well, that's fine. So what's the problem with identifying yourself?
I just
You
don't,
don't have to.
I just don't need to.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I haven't broken any laws, and you just said you...
Nope, nobody said you broke any laws. I just said that your activity is suspicious to us.
Okay,
It's
and is that a
concern for
misdemeanor or a felony?
Listen, it's a concern for our safety and our welfare.
And I'm not here to do any ill will. I've told you that.
We don't know that.
I've told you that.
You could be, who knows? I
Well,
don't
sure,
know.
but I mean, anyone going by here. Do you think I would be out in the open,
not all
just
recording
in the
our
middle of
activities.
daylight?
You're not recording our activities.
It's the
like
middle of
you
the
are.
daylight. I'm not hiding anything. I've literally hid nothing.
Believe me, people commit crimes in the middle of the daylight too.
Fair enough. Well,
Shortly after, the supervisor arrived on the scene and had a much different reaction to what Officer Hens thought earlier.
yeah, but I won't video you. No, you're good. How do you get the sweet car?
This gentleman's got a First Amendment right, he says, to videotape our activities around the police department, and is refusing to identify himself so that we know who we're dealing with.
Okay, you don't want to identify yourself? Who you
Well,
are?
I don't need to. He said he doesn't suspect me of a crime or anything, and I'm
Okay,
just...
I'm just asking.
No, but no, sir, I
I'm
don't.
just asking. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Okay.
Have a nice
My
day.
name's John, by the way. Thanks. Take care, guys.
Cooperation, America.
What's that?
Thanks for your cooperation.
Sergeant, what was your name and badge number?
Sergeant Natum, badge number 239.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
The sergeant saw no problems with the auditor's behavior, as he quickly allowed him to go. On the other hand, Officer Hens could do nothing but embarrassingly depart the scene. Soon, John also got into his vehicle and left the scene. He decided not to file a complaint against the officer because he believed he got his karma from the sergeant. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we witness cases where the good cops expose corrupt cops. This video indeed shows that there are all kinds of cops around us, and the good ones keep the department running. We hope these tyrants learn from their peers and start to respect citizens' rights. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.